Hello, fellow investor. I want to welcome you to this channel. In this video, we look at the earning expectations for Lyft. Lyft is scheduled to report first quarter earnings on Thursday, May 8th after the market close. We'll cover several topics to see how Lyft is trading going into the earnings and help set expectations moving forward. We'll review the current price chart, trend charts, along with some key valuation metrics. I'll also share Lyft portfolio holdings and performance. Let's get started. Lyft reports earnings on Thursday, May 8th after the market close. In the previous quarter, Lyft reported revenue of $1.55 billion, beating revenue estimates by $8.49 million. Lyft reported earnings of 27 cents per share, beating estimates by 4 pennies. For this quarter, the revenue estimate is $1.46 billion, with earnings per share of 20 cents expected. Over the last 90 days, 10 analysts raised estimates and 9 analysts lowered estimates. Lyft meets or beats analysts 1 year forward estimates 50% of the time. The options market is pricing an implied move of 15.23%. My Lyft holding is less than 1% of my equity portfolio. I purchased Lyft on February the 19th, 2025, so my position is slightly underwater at this time. I do have one open covered call on the position. The Lyft price chart showed really good action between August and early November. Since that point, it's pretty much been on a steady decline. When the tariff announcements were made, we saw a sharp decline, much like every other equity in the market, but it has slowly made progress back up to the current level of about 1273 as it trades today. We can see that the relative strength has increased and is above the midpoint. It's decreased over the last couple of days, but we're still sitting at 58.35 on the RSI. We can see improved momentum with both the momentum and the signal line above the midpoint. Looking at relative strength and momentum compared to the SPX, we can see that they're both, for Lyft, are outperforming the SPX. The accumulation has pretty much been on a steady decline over the last year, been a slight improvement over the last month or so. We can see that we have positive money flow. When we look at Lyft compared to the SPY, we can see that it is underperforming the SPY by 35.14%. It's underperforming the technology group by 32.9% and underperforming its industry group by 36.95%. Turning to the 5-year weekly trend chart for Lyft, we can see that it is underperforming related to its long-term averages. It is also underperforming in the midterm averages, and it was underperforming in the short-term averages, but in the last 3 weeks, it has moved above the short-term averages. We'll look at some Seeking Alpha data here for Lyft. For some key valuation metrics, Lyft is trading at a forward PE of 12.09 times compared to the sector at 17.70 times. We don't have a measurement for the expected EPS growth rate for Lyft. The sector is at 7.93. The expected revenue growth for Lyft is 18.12% compared to the sector at 4.64%. And looking at profitability, their trailing 12-month net margin for Lyft is 0.39%, compared to the sector at 6.16%. Taking a look at Lyft in fast graphs, we can see that they are trading at a blended PE of 12.94 times. They have an EPS yield of 7.63%, which shows it has good value. Lyft does not pay a dividend. Lyft's adjusted operating earning growth rate over the time span shown is flat at 0. Their fair value, calculated by fast graphs, is 15 times. And the market normally places an 18.25 times PE on this company. We can see prior to 2023 that the company was not profitable with negative earnings. Since 2023, we can see they had an earnings growth of 144% in 2023. 46% in 2024. They're expected to grow 6% in 2025, 25% in 2026, and 24% in 2027. They're currently trading at their blended PE. And if they continue to trade with that, given the earnings, we could expect about a 16.85% total annualized return between now and the end of 2026. I hope you found this earnings preview helpful. If so, please subscribe to the channel for future videos and consider giving a like to help support the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you the best in your investment journey and remember to trade well.